Welcome gamers to Board Game TV. Today is Adventure Monday and we're going to be playing The Others. Now The Others originally is a player versus player game. One player takes on the role of the, sin, one of the 7 deadly sins, and another player takes the role of the heroes. But we've tweaked it a little bit and I'm going to be playing as both the sin player and the heroes player. This game is a kind of like a horror, science fiction, hell, even a little fantasy, pop, urban type of game. It's been a while since I've played it, but we'll figure it out together here. Basically, the gist of it is you have a hero player, and he has 7 characters, and when you're playing as one player you start with 3, and if one character dies you replace it with one of your other characters in the pool. There are different types of characters. There's a leader, and right here we have a bruiser, and right here this Benoit guy, he's a shooter, and then we have fixers, and I forget the other one, but we'll get to it. And basically you're trying to complete a story mission here. Like, we have to complete these missions, and if we complete it, we win. If all the characters that I have both playing with and in the pool die, the sins player wins. In this scenario, Haven's Last Stand, we have envy is our 7 sins in this one. And this is envy, and envy comes with, each sin comes with abominations, which are basically their main troops. They come with a controller. I guess you could say it's like a lieutenant. And then they come with the big boss, which is the avatar. The avatar doesn't start on the board. This is our avatar right here. I have to say that the artwork, the models and stuff for this game is spectacular. That's probably one of the main reasons I was attracted to it. The whole gist of the 7 deadly sins, each playing a little different, different stories. It really caught my eye, and so I really became interested in this game. These are the acolytes, or the abominations for envy, but they come in 2 different models. See, and so and here's the controller, and each sin is different, and as we further explore this series you'll see the different sins and heroes as well. And envy has a special thing. It says, beware heroes that take the bounty. Whenever a hero gains an upgrade card, they may take 1 wound, otherwise all other heroes take 1 corruption. And that's what this game is about, is managing really your wounds and corruption. Every time you gain a corruption, we're gonna get a little technical, and put it in a spot. And you can voluntarily take corruption, which gains you benefits down here, or if you involuntarily take corruption, you will not gain any of these benefits. And then every time you take a wound, you have to you can choose where you want the wound to go. You put it on one of these little spots right here, and if you ever fill up on all of them, well, you're dead. And basically these little symbols are self-explanatory. 1 extra die, a defense, extra attack, another extra die, that type of stuff. Also, the sins player has these, what they call acolytes, corrupted people that fight on their side, and we have, in this scenario, we're going to be using the corrupted musician. Once per round, summon a dead musician to join a non-ranged fight before dice are rolled. The hero can't take voluntary corruption in this fight unless he also takes 2 wounds. And they're on the board right here. They have different figures as well. And what the heroes are basically going to be doing is moving around the board, trying to cleanse areas like these altars and fire tokens. Then we have these corruption tokens and pentagrams and stuff like that. They'll also be picking up items to try to help them. They also have a city action to where they can put it on a space and then they can reap the benefits of these items here. While that's going on, we have this apocalypse track, and it's going to tell us to reveal apocalypse cards, stuff like that, according to each scenario. So we'll be moving around the board, picking up items, trying to gain benefits, trying to complete our missions while killing monsters and stuff. Meanwhile, the Sins player will have a pool of cards, and he starts the game with 5 cards. And any time after a hero takes a turn, the Sins player can play a reaction token and then play a card or move a monster or fight a hero or do whatever he needs to do. But once his reaction tokens are spent, he can't do anything else that round. Once all the heroes have gone, that'll be the end of the round, and then he'll get his reaction tokens and stuff back, and he'll draw another card from the Sins card deck. The dice, we have Sin player dice, and we have, of course, hero player dice. And there's upgrade cards you can get that help the players out. This story is called Haven's Last Stand, and it's a terror story. And there's 3 different kinds. There's terror, corruption, and a redemption, I think, stories. And it says, after being set back in their efforts to corrupt Haven from within, the Hell Club called upon the Outer Realms to bathe the city in its own blood. The heroes need to hunker down and stop the unclean forces of the apocalypse. Start of the round. The Sins player places the following tokens, each one on a different space. At the end of the round, you raise the apocalypse trap by 1, then raise it by 1 again if any number of the heroes were killed that round. And so that's what's going to happen each round, at the beginning and the end. The heroes, first thing they have to do is they have to equip an upgrade card. So the first part of their mission is a hero has to find and equip an upgrade card. Once that is done, we can either choose to move to this one or this one, and then we try to complete that. Once we complete that, the Sins player can summon the avatar and put the avatar of Envy on the board. And the heroes will have to try to complete this one right here. There are other little tokens and things like that the heroes can pick up. These are fire spaces, these yellow ones right here. Heroes will take damage if they move in and out of that space, but they can try to cleanse it. These are corruption tokens right here. Heroes will take corruption, possibly if they move in and out of that space. We have an altar on the board, and they usually determine how many Sins cards the Sins player can get. And we have pentagrams on the board, and then we have, as you can see, some spaces automatically have certain things, and that you can put more than 1 corruption token in a space, let's say, and you put more than 1 fire token in a space, let's say. And if there, it just makes it harder for the heroes to run around the board. There's things like an orbital strike, which the heroes can use to help them out. And these little things right here, as you see on here, are the little spawn points where monsters would spawn in at the end of each round. So the first heroes that we have, and they have 2 turns, and they are represented by these little turn tokens. So a hero will play a turn, then the other hero, and then we'll come back to the other hero, and he'll play his turn. And then plus, that's also, this is the city action token. They can play that, put that on the space, and they get the benefits of what's on there. Once they spend their actions, their turn is done, and then the Sins player can move at any time and do whatever he wants, and then that's the end of the turn, and then we start a new round. But our leader for this game is going to be Fredder. That's kind of a weird name, and he has a bonus ability. Other heroes in the same space as you gain blank corruption in fights. We have our Bruiser, who's Kawanita. You get +1 die to all rolls while you are wounded. And then Benoit, he's a ranged. As you can see, they each have little stats here. Shows you how many dice, how many defense, and that kind of stuff they can have. And it says, here's a share the love. When you start a range fight, if you do not roll at least 2 hits, heal any hero in your space 1 wound of corruption. And let's go over that real quick. If a hero moves into a monster space or a monster moves into a hero space, of course you could fight. And then you roll the die and go from there. But there's also something called ranged attacks. And people who are capable of it can do that. And basically, let's take old Benoit here. Let's say he was standing right here and he wanted to shoot this abomination here. Well, he could do that as long as that abomination is in his line of sight. That means he can't, he can't look into a building from out here and shoot the thing. If this guy was right here, it wouldn't matter. He could still shoot the guy as long other characters don't block line of sights, but corners and buildings do. Well, he would roll dice, and if he killed the monster, hey, great, the monster's taken off the board. But if he wasn't able to kill the monster would then move 2 spaces to the hero to try and kill him. If the monster can't move 2 spaces, then the monster's not going to move. And a space is basically an area. It's like, this is an area space because you see you have these things right here. That's a space, and then this is a space, so you can move here or here. Heroes can either move or take an action. When they move, they can move 2 spaces. Or they can take an action and then move. It doesn't matter what order they do it in. If they want to cleanse something, that's an action. If they want to fight a monster, that's an action. If they want to use an ability, that's an action. There's a lot to it, but like I said, it gets easier as it goes. We'll see. You'll see what I mean. But just remember, for our first thing, what we want to do is we want to try to get each character an upgrade card. And that doesn't mean 7 upgrade cards that are in the pool there. No. What we want to do is we want to get 3, because we have 3 heroes on the board, 3 upgrade cards. And the Sins player, for his starting little pool, as you can see, we have these cards that he can play. And all he has to do is spend a reaction token for when to play them. And any cards he uses, he discards. And then at the end of the round, depending on the altar situation, determines how many cards he gets. But remember, he has to have reaction tokens. So, and he only has 3. Whereas you have 2 moves, 2 moves, 2 moves, that's 6 moves, plus a city action for each. That's 9 moves. So the Sins player has to choose carefully when he wants to use the tokens and which ones to use. I mean, it's not just, hey, first time a player moves, hey, let me react to that. You want to try to, use it better. So this game really is meant to have a person play as the Sins player, because you're trying to use strategy and stuff. But we'll try to be as fair as we can and non-biased and just play spur of the moment type thing. There's also a group called the Hellfire Club. And these are some of these guys right here. And they're a bunch of evil guys. They're kind of like, I don't know. I guess maybe the Hellfire Club in the X-Men comic books, or kind of like the Cenobites and Hellraiser. I mean, and they can come into play as well. They're the ones who basically started this mess. I think the general gist of the story is that Hell is invading Earth, and this Hellfire Club worships Hell, and so they do these things to bring the 7 deadly sins. And then eventually the apocalypse on Earth. It's gotten real bad for mankind, but groups of heroes have stood up, and they're called Faith, this organization, Faith Organization. And they have all kinds of misfits and surly heroes to try to stop the spread of evil. But corruption, they're slowly being corrupted by the forces of hell and evil. And that's the whole point of this game. You have to manage. I'm coming up against a really big fight. You know, I sure could use an extra hit or an extra dice or an extra defense. Do I want to corrupt my player? You know, and and make it so he's very corrupted, because if all the corruption places spill out, if you have to start taking wounds and stuff, you know, it's not going to be, you know, it makes things harder. It just you know, you have to weigh the balance. You know, too much corruption can start to hurt your player, but sometimes you need that stuff because you're going to get into some really tough fights or really tough situations. So the hero player has to really think about and weigh the options and balance it out. Of course, you know, if you involuntarily take corruption, you know, that's something you can't help. But you also have to think about that, because when you move into a space that has these type of corruption or fire tokens and stuff, the Sims player gets to roll the dice, and if he rolls, like, if you were to move into space with corruption, for however many corruption tokens or markers there are, he gets to roll that many dice. And if he rolls, every time he rolls a little technical here, you gain a corruption. And that's not a voluntary gain, that's an involuntary gain. I mean, you get a chance to defend against it, but still, you can start building up corruption real quick. I remember playing this game and thinking that the Sims player had a distinct, definitive advantage, and it was hard for the heroes to win. And yeah, it kind of is, but you know, we'll get to that, and we'll just see. But remember, that's our story. That's what we got to do. We have a mission progress, so like when we get our 3 cards, we can put this back to here and start anew. We have the apocalypse track we got to take care of. This is our apocalypse cards that's going to get drawn, and it's not going to be good for the heroes. These monsters have benefits. Here's our sins deck we get to draw from each round, and that's basically it. So I got the board set up. A short little overview. I haven't covered everything, but you'll see once we start playing what we have as far as benefits and what we need to do. So as far as that goes, let's get ready to go. Alright, we're ready to go. And our first player is going to be Fredder here. Fredder, okay. Alright. And of course it is his turn. First thing he's going to do is he's going to spend his city action token. And he's going to spend it right here. And we get to move the orbital strike 2 spaces to kill any creature in this space. And I'm going to move it right here, and we're going to kill this abomination right now. Then I also get an extra turn this round. So that's what I'm going to do first. Then, as my second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move. And I'm going to move 1, and I'm going to pick this up. And this lets you move an extra space. It's a Ravencorp thing, and it lets you move an extra space. And I'm probably going to stay there. Okay. Now, that is it for him. Now, as a Sins player, I'm going to go ahead and just evil regroups right here. I'm going to spend one of my reaction tokens, move up to 2 monsters, 1 space each. So I'm moving these 2 guys 1, and I'm going to move him 1. So we got a problem. Okay. Now I can start a fight with Fredder if I choose to. And if I choose to, I mean, I could hurt him. He has no help. Hold on, let me think about that real quick. I don't know. I haven't decided what the best strategy is yet, so, I mean, our Alkalite there would get 3 dice. Our Abomination there would get 3 dice. Our Alkalite would get 2 dice. So they would have 5. Fredder would have 4 dice. Now he could spend a corruption to get 5 dice to make it about even. So, and then the monster would get an extra die. Yeah, if I started it with the Abomination. Huh. Okay, let me think about that real quick. Okay. Alright, so I made a mistake at start of hero turn, and I shouldn't have did that. So, because it was the end of the hero turn. Okay. And I'm not doing that. What I am going to do, however, is I'm not going to use my reaction token just yet. Okay. So what I'm going to do is it's Juanita's turn. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with her. But now I spend my reaction token, and now I play that. And this monster is going in here, and this monster is going in here. Now, the heroes have a choice. Juanita has a choice. She can leave that room and suffer 1 wound and move on. Or she can fight those 2 guys there. And I have to choose how I want to do that, which isn't the easiest choice. If I take 1 wound, Benoit eventually has to move from that place. Okay? Then he would have to take a wound to get out of there. So they would basically get 1 free wounds. However, if I were to attack the monster, yeah, I could attack 1, then move out. See, that's the problem, because then we would have to, we would have to fight. Okay, so I think Juanita, she's a bruiser. She's going to fight. I'm going to take a corruption. And I'm going to gain an extra die. So I have 3 dice plus my extra 1 plus 1 for Benoit being in that space. So I have 5 dice. Okay. Now the musician here has a base of 2 dice, but gets plus 1 for every other monster in the space. So he gets another dice. see here. Oh, I'm sorry. He's going to get 2 dice because it's 2 plus 2 is 4. So you get all the monsters dice, and here's the hero dice. And so let's roll to see what's going to happen. Okay, the hero got these, and the Sins player got these. Now, of course, as you can see, the blank spaces aren't going to mean anything. However, these are corruption, so the hero would take a corruption. However, the hero does have one of these, so that would cancel out one of those. So there's that. Now, you see this little thing right here, this signal right here, this is faith. That means I get to roll an extra die, so I get to add another die. And if I were to roll another faith symbol, I get to roll another die. And if I were to roll another faith symbol after that, I get to roll another die. I get to keep rolling as long as I keep rolling these, okay? And I can turn this faith symbol into any symbol I want. Now this symbol right here is not going to mean anything. I'm not making a skill check. This is what this little eyeball thing is. It's for skill checks. So, okay. So I have 3 hits and this. Now, probably I will turn this into I'll probably turn this into, I don't know, probably a hit. I mean, the Sins player, let me explain real quick. The Sins player also has that burst thing too, but they have it in this form right here. This is a hit burst. And if I were to roll that, as a Sins player, I get to roll an extra die. So, they basically have 2 defense, these guys do, okay? So it's basically 2 hit points, I guess to say. So, I had 2 hits, I would take one out, and 2 hits, I would take the other one out. So, she still has to take that 1 corruption. So I will do that. Now, I don't voluntarily get this one, okay, when I roll. So, you know, I'm at 3 corruption. There's ways for me to move my corruption back, but for right now, that's where I'm at. But I do get to take these 2 guys off the board. Alright, now, she still gets to move. And I will probably move her here. And then she can decide which place and where she wants to go. The Sins player, I'm going to keep my cards. And not do anything. And that's probably going to be her turn. So Benoit's going to go. He's going to go. And we'll move him 1. And now I have a choice with him. He has the ranged ability. The other 2 players do not have it. He does. And it's basically the same as a regular fight, except remember, like I said, line of sight, and I can choose which monsters do that and all that kind of stuff. However, alright, on a range fight, the hero gets to roll first. And you apply the results. So a monster wouldn't get to roll any defense type dice or anything like that. But remember, if the monster's still alive, it will move 2 spaces towards that enemy, towards the hero, and fight him. However, Benoit's kind of in a good spot. I mean, you know, he's got some backup with him, and I do want to take him out. So, as what Benoit's going to do, he's going to roll 3 dice, And as a Sins player, we're not going to start a ranged fight if you do not roll at least 2 hits. Heal any hero in your space 1 wound or corruption. So that's a benefit there. So I'm going to try to get 3 hits. I need 3 hits on this guy. And I don't get him, but I do get a burst. Okay, I didn't get it. I got all skills except for this. So I will hit him once. However, that doesn't make any difference, because in order to kill a monster, you have to do all the kills in one turn. You can't wound a monster and then, you know, like he has 3 health. You can't wound it 1 and then, okay, he's got 2 health left. You can't do that in this game. You have to kill the monster all the way. So, since he did not get 2 hits, I'm going to heal Kiwanita that 1 corruption. And we're going to put that corruption back 1. So we're still good on that. I probably should grade him up 1 corruption, and but I won't. I won't do that. So now what this monster is going to do is he's going to move. He gets to move, and he's right here. Okay, and he gets to attack. I do not have to spend a reaction token for that. That's still how that is. However, he attacks with 3 dice. However, the hero gets his defense, which he only has a 1 defense, but he has 2 characters in the same space, so he gets a die for each character. So we're even. Okay? Alright. However, I could play a Sins card. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be low down and dirty. I'm going to go ahead and spin it. I'm going to play this card right here. Teleport 1 Alkalite to this space and activate the Alkalite ability. So now I can teleport any Alkalite I want to that space. And I'm going to go ahead and teleport this one here. So now Benoit's got a problem. However, I can activate the Alkalite ability. And the Alkalite ability is summon a dead musician to join a non-ranged fight. This hero can't take voluntary corruption unless he takes 2 wounds. So I'm going to take this dead musician and I'm going to put him in that fight now. So now the Sins player has a whole bunch of dice. We have the Abomination. Okay. Then we have 2 for each Alkalite. And that's all these dice right here. Okay. Now, of course, Benoit would get his 3. Okay. And 1 for each hero. And that's it. Now, if I want to take corruption, you heard what thing said. I can't take corruption unless I take 2 wounds. And Benoit, you know, he probably is going to need to take some corruption. So this is what I'm going to do. He's going to take 2 corruption. It's going to give me an extra defense and an extra die. Okay, but I have to take 2 wounds. And now heroes can take 5 wounds before they die. Well, I'm going to put 1 here because we don't want no effect. And I can't put any of these here, otherwise I won't get that benefit. So I probably will put that here. And now we roll and we start canceling stuff out. Oops, I didn't mean for that to fall. I'll roll that one. Okay, so let's take the heroes stuff. And then we have the Sins stuff. Okay. Now, I have 4 corruption. I rolled 4 corruption and a blank. We'll get rid of the blank. Now I can counter 2 of those corruption. So let's do that. Counter 2. So we have 2 hits and 2 corruption still in play. Okay. Well, now I rolled 1 defense die. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to cancel out a hit. Okay. And then I have an extra defense. So I'm going to cancel out another hit. Also, he has this ability, other heroes in the same space as you gain a counter corruption of fights. So they are in the same space, so I'm going to take away that one corruption. So I have 3 hero hits and 1 corruption. Okay? And I can decide what to do with it. Now, it's not quite enough to take out the abomination, because the first turn I played that wrong a little bit, but we'll go ahead and continue forward. A defense cancels out. See, we'll go over this here. Hold on. Okay, so I made a mistake the first fight. You see, they have 2 shields here. That's how many they get to cancel out, and then one obviously, a third one obviously kills it. So I could have killed one of those alkalites, and one would have lived, and so everybody would have took a wound up in there. I did that wrong, and I shouldn't have done that like that. So we're going to put this musician back in here, and Kiwana would have to take a wound for moving him out, and so would Benoit would have had to take a wound for moving out. So we're going to go ahead and give him his wound. Okay, so I have 3 hits. I cannot kill the abomination. I need 4. 3 to do his shields, and then 1 extra hit. So I can take out, however, one of these corrupted musicians, which I will do. Okay, take that one out. Now I still have to take a corruption for Benoit, and I will do so. Okay, so that is basically it. I've put the heroes in a bad spot by playing those sins cards. However, it is Fredder's turn. And what Fredder wants to do? Well, if I move out of that space, I'm going to take a wound. Which might not be so bad, to be honest with you. I got to get in here. I got to get in there, and I can heal on that one. I can move corruption on that one and get an upgrade card. That's probably what I'm going to do. So or I can stay and help, to be honest with you, to try to help and take out these abominations. He has much better fight. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. Actually, Fredder is going to spend his second turn, and we're going to fight. And he has 4 fight dice, so we're going to give him 4 dice, and I'm going to take corruption, and I'm going to gain an extra dice. Then I'm going to gain an extra dice for the other 2 people being in there. Okay. Now, they get to roll 2 and 3. That's it. Okay. As a Sins player, I can start of a fight, spend another action token. I have 1 left. Now, you see, herein lies the problem. I have 1 reaction token left. However, Fredder still has another turn after this. Kiwana has another turn, and he has another turn, and these 2 still have their city spaces. So do I want to burn my last action on this turn? I'm actually thinking about doing that, to be honest with you. Just to see if I can't whop the heroes right off the bat. And I think I am. Okay, I'm spending my last reaction token, and I'm going to teleport the avatar to this space. And here's the avatar, and she's going to teleport right here. And now she's going to give the Sins player an extra 4 dice. And that's going to be hard. But it is what it is, you know. We got a whole bunch of dice to roll, so let's roll them. Jeez, I can't even pick them up. Well, maybe I should just roll and then roll again. Alright, roll these. Alright, we rolled. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, we got 2 bursts on that one. So let's see, all the sins dice, I'll go over here. And all the hero dice, I'll go over here. Now the sins dice, okay, these 2 don't count. They don't matter. The hero got 2 bursts, so he gets to roll 2 more. Okay, I got another burst, so I get to roll again. Okay. Alright. Okay, fortunately, there's no benefits from the other players being in there other than rolling dice. So, this is a counter corruption. These are no good, so we'll just move them out of the way. This is a counter corruption, so we're going to counter one of those and move that. So I have 3 corruption and 3 hits I got to deal with. Okay, I have 1 defense die, so I will counter that. I have an extra defense on my thing, on my sheet, so I will counter that. So there we go. That's what I can counter, and that's what I can't counter. Alright, so I'm going to take a wound, because I can block this maybe with a defense die, but man, am I going to take some corruption if I don't. I can do, look at all the hits I can do. I'm actually thinking about killing the avatar. I'm actually thinking about doing that. I'm actually about taking 1 for the team and killing the avatar, because the avatar is going to take 5 to kill. So if I spin all these, I can take that 5, and then I would move up 3 corruption. I'm going to do that. Avatar's off the board. I killed it. Now it's possible it may come back, but you know, who knows. So I have to take a wound. That's not too bad. Only 1 wound. Okay. But what's getting me is I have to take 3 corruption. That's what's going to get me. So I have to figure out, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So now I'm up at 5. I still gain this benefit, but I do not gain any of these benefits because I involuntarily took those corruption. Okay. And that was my fight. I can move if I choose to. However, I am not going to move this turn. I'm going to stay and help my other characters. The Sins player cannot react to anything I do anymore. So, it's Kiwani's turn. Okay. And she's going to fight. We're going to spend her last action. And she's going to fight. And she has 3 fight. But she gets +1 to all rolls while you are wounded. Okay. And so there we go. +1 die. So we're going to get 4 die for that. +1 for each other character in there. And then that's it. The Sins player is going to get the 3 and the 2. Okay. And this corruption right here, I remember voluntarily taking that. So I do get an extra die for that. It's still in effect. Okay. So that's how many dice we get to roll. So let's kill something. Alright. Ooh, 2 bursts, but a lot of these are no good. Okay, wow, and the Sins player actually got a burst. Alright, so this one's no good, but we'll re-roll it. Another burst. Okay. And we get to roll 2 for the hero. Okay, this is what we got. Okay, now she gets a bonus counter corruption because Fretter's in her space, so we'll take this out. So we don't have to worry about that, and this has no effect. So here we go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. I have 2 defense here, so I can knock out 2 of those. I have 2 defense on my board, so I can knock out another 2. So this is what I have left. So I have 4 hits. I could turn 1 hit into a shield and kill the musician. Or I can take the 1 hit and kill the abomination. Which I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to take the 1 hit and I'm going to kill the abomination. So we got an abomination out of the game. As far as movement goes, I probably will not move. I will wait. I want to get this area cleared up. Okay, so now it is Benoit's turn, and of course he's going to attack. He's going to get his 3 die. He's going to get 1 for each other player in the spot, and all we have is 2 for the Sins player. Benoit gets extra die. Man, I remember I went up. Actually, I went up 2, so I get an extra shield as well. And that's going to be his last turn. Okay, so all we have is these. I have 2 bursts. Okay, so basically, I got 3 hits. A shield, cancel that out. This cancel that. So I killed the monster. So the monster is gone. That one's dead. So Benoit killed the monster. And now Benoit can move, actually. And he's going to. Alright. However, if I move into that space with that fire, I will take 1 wound. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I will take a wound. Unless I can defend. So, but if I get in there and use my city actions token, I can remove 2 corruption and I can gain an upgrade card. And here you start the game with 5 upgrade cards out here, and you can, you know, pick which one, and then we replace it to decide what we're going to do. So let me think for a second what I want to do for his last action. Okay, so Benoit is going to risk it. We're going to move in here. Now the Sins player gets to roll 1 die for that fire token. And if he gets a fist, well, that's a wound. Okay, he didn't get a fist, he got a technical. So that's not a wound. And Benoit is going to use his city action token, and he's going to heal 2 corruption, 1, 2, and he's going to gain an upgrade card. And I'm thinking, when you move in, he's most wounded, and when you move into a space containing 2 or more fire and or corruption tokens, heal 2 wounds, plus 1 to all rolls if you're alone, cancels 1 success. Alright, he's going to take this armor card. And basically, when I move into a space containing 2 or more fire and or corruption tokens, I get to heal 2 wounds. And so we replace it with this, and we have our first upgrade part right here. Okay, so nobody else to go except Benoit, remember, because he had that extra turn. So he's going to use this to go. And I'm thinking about shooting this clown right here, and then maybe moving somewhere, probably to here. Well, I could move here. Anyways, I cannot spend my city action token, but I could on the next turn. So I don't see why not. However, if I do not kill this thing, oh, that's right, he doesn't have ranged. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to move here. 1, 2. Now, there's a pentagram in here, but that only matters if there's monsters in there. Like a monster would get an extra dice for every pentagram in there. And there's a corruption. So I do have to roll for corruption. Okay, didn't get it. However, as an action, I can try to cleanse this thing of the pentagram and the corruption. And that's where we go to my skills. If I roll, 2 eyes, which I'm hoping to do, I can cleanse some stuff. I didn't roll any eyes. Okay, so that was a big fail. And so that is the end of the first turn. And you know what I forgot to do at the start of the round? I forgot to place these tokens as a sin player. Boy, was that stupid. So let's say, well, since I forgot to do that, okay, well, the sin players, you know, doesn't get any benefit from that. So whatever. Okay. So let's do that. Let's put a corruption here, fire here, and a pentagram. Put a pentagram there. End of round. Raise the apocalypse track by 1. Okay, so we raise it by 1, and now we have to reveal an apocalypse card. Dr. Gan Unleashed. Oh boy. When revealed, summon Dr. Gan to an unblocked nest. These are these things right here. Dr. Gan gains corruption while in a space with any fire token or corruption tokens. If Dr. Gan is defeated, remove him from the game. So this Dr. Gan clown is in here, and he's the one who looks like freaking one of the Cenobites from Hellraiser. So where do I want to put him? Well, he's stronger in a space with corruption, so I probably want to put him right there. Right smack dab in front of one of the heroes. Okay? And that, my friends, is the end of the round. So, these sin cards that I used are discarded. Put them in the discard pile here. I gain 1 for every altar on the board. So now I have a 3rd one. Okay? I get my 3 tokens back, though. Everybody gets their tokens back. Except, remember, he only gets... He got that from a city space. So this goes back over here. So everybody gets their tokens back. Okay. So it is the hero's turn. And it is Feder's turn. Now Feder's got a problem here. He's got this Cenobite dude in here. However, I do want to use his city action, because that will allow us to accomplish our first mission. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my city action, and I'm gaining 2 cards. And I'll gain this one, which is a +1 die to all rolls if you're alone. He's alone right now. And the Holy Book. Well, hold on. Let's replace this. I'll take the hazmat suit. Okay. So we actually have got 3 upgrade cards. So this now moves. Now I get to choose which one I want to do. I can either destroy 3 abomination in fights in the same round. Well, that's probably freaking going to be really hard. Or clear the hive. Remove 3 pentagram tokens from monster free spaces. And you know what? I forgot to do the start of the round thing again to add some more tokens. So let's add some more tokens. See, the board's filling up real quick now with all these tokens, and we haven't cleansed jack. So I'm gonna put a corruption here. I'll put another pentagram here, and I'll put a fire. Let's put a fire right here, right in the middle of the board. So in case somebody moves there, they got problems. Okay, so that is that. Okay, Feder's got a choice he has to make. He's all by himself. Old Pinhead here, Dr. Gan, is in the building. I have pentagrams. Now, I have to... So what we have to do is we have to do this. Remove 3 pentagram tokens from monster free spaces. Well, we don't have any of that right now. We have a pentagram token here, 2 here, 1 here, but this has a monster in it. So Benoit would have to kill that monster. He would. Do I kill Dr. Gan or do I try to clean up the pentagrams? Dr. Gan has a 5 defense. So we got some problems. I know what he's gonna do. Okay, we're gonna first thing we're gonna do is, again, we're gonna try to clean up a little bit in here and at least try to, or I can take my wound move there. Okay, I'll do that. He's going to take a wound. He's going to take a wound. Alright. Going to take a wound. And I'm going to move. I'm going to move here. Actually, I'm going to move here. And I'm going to try to kill this acolyte. But he has that special ability. Oh boy. I would get 6 dice for that on that abomination. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move here. That's 1. Okay, we have the fire. I got to roll to see if I get hit. Actually, it wouldn't matter because I have the hazmat suit. So unless he gets a burst, which he didn't, then I'm moving here. Alright, first thing I have to do is I have to roll for corruption. Didn't get it. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up this proxy token. Alright, that proxy, what that does is that is the commissioner. +1 die in every fight. So he's kind of got a lot of die. And I'm going to try to kill this abomination right here. Okay, so let's do that. So I have 4 base. 1 from the Raven Corp Eye in the Sky, 1 from the proxy, and 1 from my corruption. Okay, the abomination just has 3. 4 with the pentagram. Okay, so let's see if we're successful. Alright, well, what do we got here? Okay, well, here we have 2 burst. Okay, so it's 4 hits and a technical. He has 1 burst. Okay, so these eyes aren't going to make a difference. I can spend 1 of these to take out this corruption. So now I have to worry about my 4 hits. Well, I have 1 base shield. I have another shield here. And then I have another shield on my card. So that takes out 3 hits. I have a, this and this is not going to make a difference. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to turn this into a shield to block this hit, and I don't kill the monster. He's not dead. I didn't manage to kill it. And that is his turn. I'm not going to react to any of that. It's Kitty Wanda's turn. She's going to come over here. And we're going to move this. We're going to move 1 right into here. And we're going to try to do the same thing. But first she has to roll for corruption. Alright. Fine. However, I am going to react to this. I'm going to play this. Start of a fight, roll +3 dice. Current hero may cancel this by giving all other heroes 1 corruption. Alright. I'll take it. Alright, so it gains 2 corruption. So it is 1, 2. Now I don't gain any of these benefits. I still do gain that one. Okay. So, what do we got? Well, we have, she has 3 fight, an extra die, and then an extra die for him being in there. And then of course the abomination has 4 die. And that's what we have. Okay. Well, it wasn't too great. Wasn't too great at all. Oh, +1 die to all rolls while you are wounded. So I forgot about that. That's her special ability. Okay, well, okay, that cancels out those. It's still not enough to kill the guy. But however, I can and will do a city action. And I'm going to heal 2 wounds. And I'm going to cancel 1 corruption. Move my corruption back 1. So there's that. And now it is Benoit's turn. Benoit needs to kill this guy. And he needs to kill him really bad. However, Benoit is not a powerhouse. However, he has this thing. When you move into a space containing 2 or more fire and or corruption, well, we didn't move into it. It was already there, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, so Benoit has 3 die. I do have my other 1 die. And that's it. And of course, he gets 3 because the pentagram is in there. Okay, he didn't roll worth a flip. That's worthless. That counters that. And they counter each other. So, nobody's dead. Same old, same old. Yeah. Alright. Feder's turn. And Feder's going to go again. And he, again, is going to try to kill that abomination. However, I am going to react. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to react. And I'm going to move a monster 2 spaces. And I'm moving Dr. Gan 1, 2. And he's going right up in there. Yeah, at least it's open a little bit. But these guys got to deal with this idiot now. And that's not going to be easy. Yep. Alright, so Feder does get to go. Alright, so we get his base of 4. Okay. +1 for his Raven Corp in the sky. +1 for his proxy token. And +1 for his corruption. Now they get 3, 4, and then Dr. Gan has 5. So Dr. Gan here is a powerhouse. I mean, he is playing out powerhouse. A lot of dice rolling in this game. You know, I just don't want to, stress that enough. Okay, so what do we roll? Well, it doesn't look too great. We got a couple eyes. Although we did get a couple bursts on both sides. So he got 3 bursts here. So we're going to roll 3 die. And he got another burst. So he gets to roll another die. And he got another burst. Okay, that one's blank. Alright, so that's that. He got 2 bursts. Okay. Alright. So here we go. Go ahead, tally up some stuff here. Okay, let's tally up this corruption. And that's that. Okay, that's settled. These skills aren't going to count for anything. Dr. gains corruption in a space with any... Gains corruption with any space. Yeah, he gains, yeah. Alright, well, so he's basically a corruptor. So, what do we have? I want to kill somebody. Got to kill somebody. But I have got to take some defense. Holy cow. Look at all these hits. Now that'll kill me right in there. I don't know what else to say. I do get 1 shield. Base defense. 1 shield. For my corruption. And I have 2 shields here. So that takes those 2 out. However, that is still pretty bad. I could turn these into shields, make 2 shields. However, I'm still going to die because I have 2 wounds and that's going to kill me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these into hits. It's not enough to get Dr. Gan. However, it is enough to kill this abomination. So that abomination is out. Fetter is dead. No more. So these, we find out what goes with these. He's out. Well, these tokens are here. And we're going to have to yeah, we're going to have to pick a new character. And that's one down. One character down. Okay, so let me get a new character on the board and get him set up. Okay, so I chose Rose. She's a fixer. At the end of your turn, you may choose one acolyte or abomination anywhere on the board and teleport it 1 space away. That's not too bad. She has to come to the starting space, which we put her in right up there. She we took the old guy's upgrade cards and put them back here, but she went ahead and picked those anyways. She gets this city action token when it refreshes, and if he would have died on his first turn, she would have inherited his turn token, and she just replaces him and would have had 1 turn. But since that was his second turn, she won't get to go this round. So it is he won his turn actually, and she's in the space with Dr. Gain, and he's of course picking up these 2 tokens, the Proxy and the Raven Corp. And yeah, Dr. Gain. I don't think she can beat him. And so I'm going to make a strategic move. And I'm moving out of that space to here. Now I have to roll to see if I take a corruption. I do not. Okay. Then I'm moving into here. And of course I have to roll for those fire and corruption. Okay, well, I take the 1 corruption. Okay. And then we're going to fight old boy there. And see if we can't beat him. Now she does have the proxy, and we still do have our +1. So she has 3 fight. +1 on the proxy. +1 there and +1 there. However, I still have 1 more reaction token. But I'm not going to use it. Because I can do this. Summon a dead musician to join a non-ranged fight before the dice are rolled. So, once per round, and this is my once per round, I can do that. And I have a batter up there, because I haven't done that this round. Remember, it was last round that I did that. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So it just made this fight a little bit more tougher for the good guys. But okay, there's a pentagram in there, so they get 5 dice. They have 6. Do I want to spend corruption? I will, as a matter of fact, spend a corruption. And I will gain that +1. And we need to kill these guys, and we need to clean this area. Okay, well that's not too bad. They got these. We got at least 1 burst, so let's roll for that. 2 burst, I'm sorry. Let's roll for that. Okay, well these skill ones can go out. We don't need those. Okay, I got 2 defense. So I can take those out. So this cancels out corruption, so it cancels out those 2 corruption. Okay, I will kill 1. I'll kill 1, and take a 2 corruption. So she is fully corrupted. I mean, just fully corrupted. If she has to take corruption from now on and cannot do it, she will take a wound. However, we are in this city space, so next turn I can try to reduce her corruption. So it's Benoit's last turn. And speaking of Benoit, he might as well use his city action token. Okay? Because it's going to refresh the end of this turn. And of course he'll heal corruption, but he'll also gain 1 upgrade card. And I'm going to give him well, that's not going to matter because it's +1 die. I'm going to give him the Holy Book. And we'll replace that here with the Riot Shield. Okay, now he's going to fight this last one, and that only gets 3 dice. And he gets 3 dice. +1 for her being in there. And of course, he will take a corruption to gain another die. So he has 5, and this thing has 3. Alright, well that was not a great roll, but we do get a burst. It still didn't help. Okay, the bad guy got a burst here. Alright, so here we go. 1 and 1. Write them out. Okay. He has 1 defense. So we'll take this one out. I can take another wound. And another corruption. Alright, well, let's handle this. We'll take the corruption. So we're here. Oh, actually, we could have used the Holy Book. So we don't have to spend anything on that. So I'm going to take a hit. I'm going to take another wound. However, I do kill this guy. He's dead. He's out. And but I do have to take another wound. So hopefully the next turn, I guess I'll put that there. The next turn, we can we got to cleanse some stuff. However, the problem is that's it. That's the end. It took a long time to cleanse that. So that was bad. Okay, end of the round. Raise the apocalypse track by 1. Since player may summon an additional monster each round. Oh man, you know what I forgot? Whenever a hero gains an upgrade card, they may take 1 wound. Otherwise, all heroes take 1 corruption. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. Crap. We're going to have to put a wound on her. We'll have to put 2 wounds on her, actually. I forgot about that. That's Envy. And we'll have to... She actually... It's not going to be biased on her. She just came in. And he just got an upgrade. He wasn't going to take a wound, so she would have had to take a corruption. So we will move that up 1. Okay. Alright. Then raise it by 1 again if any number of heroes were killed that round. Well, yes, we did have some heroes killed that round, as a matter of fact. So we have to raise it up again. Reveal an apocalypse card. Scurrying in the dark. Monsters may move 1 extra space. Okay. So monsters can move 1 extra space. Alright. And you know what I have been forgetting to do that. And I have been forgetting to respawn monsters on any unblocked nest. Unblocked nest means any nest a hero's not on, I think. Let me okay. So unblocked nests or nests that don't have a monster on it. So I can put 1 monster. I get to choose 3, and I'm going to choose these 3. I can put them anywhere on the board that doesn't have an unblocked space. But heroes do not block nest spaces. So I will put him here. him here and him there. Okay. I do draw my one card. Okay. And here we go. It's the start of Rose's turn. However, I am going to spend a token. Start of a fight. Well, there's not a fight. Okay. First thing Rose is going to do is she's going to use her city action token. Let's see here. Get Q1's back. Benoit's back. And she's going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to orbital strike this monster. So this monster's dead. And we get an extra turn token. Okay. Then, what I may do is I may take one wound and move 1, 2. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take one wound and do that. Now I have to roll for fire and the corruption stuff. So let's roll 4 die. So I put some more tokens up in there. Okay, well that's not good because that is going to hurt. Okay. So the hazmat suit lets me cancel 1 success, so I'm going to cancel 1 success here. So I have to take 2 corruption, 1, 2, and 2 wounds for that. That was not good. However, her turn, end of turn ability, you may choose one alkalite or abomination anywhere on the board and teleport it 1 space away. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teleport him here. Here. Okay. There we go. The end of her turn. Now it is Kiwana's turn. And Kiwana is going to try to cleanse that pentagram. Okay. However, I can spend a reaction token. Well, I haven't reacted to any of their things, so dang. I can, and I will. Actually, the end of her turn. And I'm moving Dr. Gan 1, 2. So he's in here now. So they can't, there's a monster in there, so they have to cleanse that. They have to beat him first before they cleanse anything. However, he is a tough cookie to beat. However, they're all there. So he's going to get, we know, 5 and then +1 for the pentagram. So let's give him his dice. 5 and 1. Kiwana is going to get 3 plus a proxy +1 for each hero in there. And then she cannot do any corruption. She is, however, wounded, so she does get another die. So we got all these dice we got to roll. Let's roll them and see what pops. And then, hold on, before we do that, I'm playing my second reaction token. Start of a fight. Move the apocalypse track up by 1 unless heroes collectively take 3 wounds. And I can't afford that. So I have to move the track. Now the Sims player gets +1 reaction token every round. So now I get another, where they at? Another reaction token. So it helps me out. Alright. Let's see what we rolled. Well, Dr. Gain didn't roll the greatest, but he did get 1 burst. He didn't roll worth the flip there. Okay, so he didn't roll worth the flip. She got 1 burst. So let's see what she gets here. She got another burst. Another burst. Okay. So that's what she got. Now she has these 2. and they'll take out these 2 corruption. She has 2 defense, so they'll take those out. So she has actually enough hits to kill Dr. Game. So Dr. Game is taken off the board. That was a good... He's gone. He's gone forever. You kill him, he's out of the game. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Now, she is going to spin this. It's going to move her corruption back 2 times, and she's going to get an upgrade card. However, we have envy. Take 1 wound. Unless all heroes take 1 corruption. She's going to have to take a wound to get an upgrade card. However, I'm taking the self-sacrifice. Okay. And now, it is the end of her turn. However, at the start or end of your turn, you may take 1 wound to automatically remove a fire, corruption, or pentagram token in your space. Okay, and that's what she's going to do. She's going to take another wound. And she's going to remove this pentagram token out of this space. So it's gone. And that boosts us up 1. We have now removed 1 pentagram token from a space that's monster free. That is the end of her turn. Let's spin this. It's Benoit's turn. Now, I probably want to cleanse this pretty good, because if I move out, I'm going to be taking some hits. And if I take a hit, I'm dead. So, move into space, or heal 2 wounds. Okay. Well, now I was there when that was, so I moved into it. So I'm going to have to use my skill here. See if I can't remove something. Okay, well I didn't remove anything. Which is terrible. So what do I do with him? I guess he has to stay there. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, 1 more wound, he's dead. Okay. I'm spinning a reaction token. I'm moving this abomination into here. And now it is Rose's turn. So what do I want to do with Rose? Well, I can try to clean with her. She does have 4 dice, so we're going to try that. And she didn't roll anything. It's terrible. How many eyes are on this damn thing? 1 eye? Is it removing corruption? Cleanse an area. Ah, okay, I could have rolled an extra die. Yeah. So, with Benoit, I could have rolled 2 extra die. I didn't get any. With her, I could have rolled 2 extra die. Okay, now these, that's good. So, I'm removing 1 fire, 1 corruption token. However, yeah, I'm removing those. Okay, so that's not too bad. All right, for her, so she got to do that. All right, I forget you get to roll the extra die. So what do I want to do with her? I haven't moved her. I can move her. I'm thinking I am. I'm going to move her. I'm going to move 1, and we'll see if she has to take a wound. She has the hazmat suit, so Yeah, okay, so nothing's going to hurt her. Okay, and then I'm going to move her into here. Okay, that's fine. And then, at the end of her turn, you may choose and teleport it one space away. So I'm moving him out. Okay. Now, it's Kitawana's turn, her final turn. However, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. I'm going to spend another reaction. I'm spending my last reaction token. And I'm moving this guy into here. Once per round, I get to put that there. So that's going there. Alright. So now Kitawana gets to go. And she will, I mean, she can try her luck to get in or out. Or I can try to cleanse. And I'm going to try to cleanse. Okay, well I got one eye. So I'm removing this fire token. Now that's been removed. Okay. So what I will do is I will roll for corruption. Alright, it's fine. 1, 2. And then I have to roll for corruption in here. Okay, well she has to take corruption. Okay, so we do that. Okay. Alright. And that's the end of her turn. So now it's Benoit's turn, and we got to move him. So he can take a corruption, no problem. So that's what we're going to do. He's going to take a corruption, or he's going to try to roll for corruption. Okay, he's going to have to take a corruption. But this is what he does. That's what he does. He moves 1, 2. He's going to have to roll for corruption in here. And he's going to have to take another corruption. Okay. Then he's going to use his city action token. And he's going to heal 2 wounds. And he's going to heal a corruption. Okay. And when you move into a space containing 2 or more fire and or corruption, oh, okay, well that's not quite there. Okay, so now it is Rose's turn. Well, actually, it's not. He didn't roll for any to remove anything. So what he's going to do is he's going to fight one of these monsters, or these monsters. So they're going to get their 4 die plus 1. For the pentagram. He's going to get 3 and 1 for each hero. Okay, and any bonuses he gets, which he does have the extra die. So this is all that he gets. Okay, well no burst. Not much of anything really, except for the Sins player. Okay. 3 hits, 2 corruption. Alright, we cancel out a corruption. Cancel out 2 of those hits. His shield cancels out the other hit, so he's not going to take another hit. He's going to take another corruption. However, he has the Holy Book, so he's going to get rid of that corruption. He's going to kill one of these monsters. Okay? That's no problem. That's the end of his turn. Now it's Rose's turn. Alright. Okay, and what she's going to do is we're going to have problems. We're still going to have problems because he wasn't able to get rid of both of the musicians. However, we still got to have one less on the board. So she's going to head and attack. She's not really good at attack, but it's better than nothing. She has 2 dice and then 2 dice. And she will spend a corruption to gain another die. Of course, the Alkalite game has 3. So this is what we got. Okay, well, now the eyes pop up. A burst. And then The hero's got a burst. Okay. So this is what we got here. Well, the eyes are no good. She rolled 3 eyes. That's not going to help. You know. Alright, she has 1 defense, so she gets rid of 1 of the hits. She's going to kill this guy. No problem. However, she's going to take... Well, you know what? She's not going to kill him. She's going to spend this to stop 1 corruption. So she only takes 1 corruption. And now, at the end of the turn, she can teleport him 1 space away. And she does. Unfortunately, she doesn't have another action to try and cleanse that space, but what can you say? So, that's the end of the round. Everybody's taking their turns. Raise the Apocalypse track by 1. Reveal Apocalypse card. Okay, Grin Unleashed. This guy. Grin gains... Honey. Alright, Grin's defeated. Remove him from the game. There's Grin. He kind of looks like Bane from Batman. And he can go on any unblocked nest, and well, we'll just send him right here. We get this. We get our 4 tokens back. Let's give everybody their city action card. Of course, I get to gain 3 monsters and put them anywhere on the board. I put 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Okay. And hero's turn. Okay. Alright. Start of hero turn. Play a reaction right here. Gain 2 reaction tokens. So I'll gain 2 more. But that's just for this round. I'll get rid of this. But I choose a hero to gain an extra token. And I'm going to give it to Rose. So she's not a powerhouse. Well, actually, I'm going to give it to Benoit. He's not a powerhouse. Okay. Now, Rose is going to try to cleanse some stuff. First thing she's going to do, though, she's going to spend a city action token here, and she's going to heal 2 wounds and go back 1 corruption. And she gained 1 eye. Well, that's enough to get rid of the pentagram. Okay, so that pentagram is gone. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to add tokens apiece. So we'll add another pentagram. Well, no, we'll make it hard on the heroes. How about we make it hard on the heroes and put the other pentagram there? We'll just put the fire and that one in there. How about that? Make it real hard on them. However, that is the 2nd pentagram token removed, so we got 1 more pentagram token the heroes got to remove. Alright, so Rose did that. And now we have to figure out where we want to move her, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about moving her. We got to get her up here. We got to get these pentagram tokens. There's a fire token there. I would take a wound if I got popped. Well, we're going to have to move her here. So, she has to roll 2 corruption and 1 fire. Okay, well, let's see here. Another burst. Okay, so 2 corruption and 3 hits. That's terrible. Now she can cancel 1, so she'll cancel the hit, and she will take her 2 corruption. That puts her at max, and she's going to take 2 wounds. So she's back to where she was. As you can see. Oops. Alright. Alright, now we got to move her here, and she'll just stay there. Okay. And that was her first turn. Okay, I'm going to spend another reaction token, and I'm going to fight her since she's all by herself. Now he gets 3 dice. Okay, but I can play this, and that'd be my third token. So I'll put them 2 back in the box. Each abomination in this fight gains a hit. So he's going to gain a hit. Okay, and she's at 3, and she gets 2 attack, 3 attack. So it's about an even fight. Wow, each got a burst. Okay, so we have what the hero has, and here's what the bad guy has. Alright, so we have a shield to counteract a hit. She has another shield to counteract another hit. So that leaves 1 corruption and 1 pop. She does 3, and it's not enough to kill the guy. So she is going to use this to cancel out that corruption. So she's gonna have to take another wound either way. Okay, she's at 4. Okay, now it is Kiwanita's turn. Alright, and she's gonna have to freaking roll here. What's she gonna have to roll? She's gonna have to roll. Okay, let's see. We got these. Okay, 1 hit, 2 corruption. That's terrible, because that is going to kill her. Unless I would have tried to clean that up. Okay, well, she's dead. I don't know what else to say. She gained a wound either way. Oh, +1 died. All well, that's not gonna help. So, oh, well, mine as well. Yeah, she's dead. All right, so she's dead, and she's taken off the board. So, put that there. It should always be 5 there, anyways. Okay, these proxy things are gonna go here. And we'll get a new character on the board. Okay, we got Ellie on the board. We gave her the neural net. Charm life. Once per fight you are in, you may cancel the results of all rolls. Both of you and the Sins player must roll again. And she still hasn't turned in a Sins token, but she starts down there. So remember that. I cannot react or anything to that because when a hero dies, it's not, you can't react to it. It's considered they didn't fulfill their turn. That's the way it goes. However, Benoit's turn to go, and he's going to pick up the Raven Core and the proxy thing here. Alright, with him, it's not as bad, so we're going to roll 3 die. Okay, and he's going to have to take 2 corruption and 1 wound. Okay, then he will move out of there, and he's going here, and he's going to fight that monster. He gets 3 +1 +1 against the 3 of that one. Okay. Okay, well, that's not very good at all. Actually, that that was just null and void. That didn't do anything. So that's, you know, nobody lost, nobody died. That's the end of that. So it's Rose's turn now. She gets to go. However, I am spending a reaction token, and I'm moving this guy. He's going to move 1, 2. I'm going to put him here, because that's where they think the pentagram's at. Okay. Rose is going to fight. She gains 3 die. That's 1. And that's it. We're going to try to kill this guy. Okay, well, that did not go well for her. She rolled, the Sins player rolled a burst, so we have that. And she keeps rolling eyes. You know, the heroes keep rolling eyes. So, this is what we got. Cancels 1 success for fire, corruption taken. Well, that's not going to help. Okay, so she has 1 defense, so we can nullify 1 hit. She can nullify 1 corruption, no problem. So now we have 2 wounds. They have the problem with 2 wounds. However, that's going to be a problem because now you see how many wounds she has. You know, man, oh man, she just died. So that's it for her. Rose is dead. We'll replace her with the other fixer, Rosario. And this is Rosario, and she has you take 2 less wounds and corruption from fire or corruption tokens. Of course, she's down here. And that's it for her. Rosario won't get to go. Alright. So, it is Ellie's turn. Alright. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Summon a Dead Musician. And I'm able to do that. However, Ellie will spend her city action token. And that's going to give her the orbital strike. So we're going to move this 1, 2. We're going to kill this guy. So Benoit's kind of a little bit safer now. And she's going to get an extra turn token. So Ellie has an extra turn. Now, we got to fight. I mean, or we can just take a wound and get the hell out of there. 1, 2. I could move there. I could move in there. Try to kill some monsters. I mean, 1 wound. Alright, let's go. Alright, Al, let's see what you got. We're going to take a wound. We're going to move 1. And we're going to move 2. So she's going to take a wound. Then we have to roll, of course, for these. Okay, she just takes 1 corruption and 1 wound. Okay. And she's going to, as an action, try to cleanse some of that area. Now she gets +1 die. Oh, now where the eyeballs at? Okay, so she's going to get rid of that fire token. Okay. And that was her turn. Now it's Benoit's turn. And he can shoot at this monster here. Or he can shoot at that monster there. And that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to try to eliminate some of these guys off the board here. And he gets a 3. +4 because he has the proxy. Okay, well, he got a burst. Okay, so he's going to kill this guy right here. This guy's dead. Okay, so that's not a problem. And he can spend his city action token. He'll have to move in here. He can get 2 upgrades. But Envy Man's hard on them damn upgrades. He'd have to take a wound. He'd have to take 1 wound. But he can do something. Or he can try to save it. Because I haven't moved him. I mean, I can have him here. That's all once. Well, I move him 1. And I could go 2. And try, and that's it. I don't, okay, that's probably what I'm going to do. Okay. Now it's Ellie's last turn. And I could try to move her out. But I probably won't do that. What I'll probably do is I will probably cleanse. Try to cleanse. Get an extra dice. Okay, well I got 2 eyes, so I'm able to cleanse both of these. So I'm going to move her 1, 2. Okay, so we're here. Alright, and that's it for her. And then Benoit's last turn. You know what I probably should have did? I probably should have stayed there. I forgot he's going to get another turn. And shoot at her. Oh, I'm getting an extra die. Okay, we killed her. Alright. So that's good. So we're going to move him 1, 2. Okay. Then he's going to spend his city action token, as a matter of fact. And he's going to move this thing here. Orbital strike her. And then he gets to heal a wound, which he's going to do. And then I'm going to spend a reaction token. And I'm going to move this monster 1, 2. And I'm going to spend my other reaction token and move this monster 1, 2. That is the end of that. In a round, raise the Apocalypse track by 1. Since player gets +1 die in every fight. And then each hero, because 2 hero... oh yeah, okay. Because a hero was killed, each hero takes 2 wounds and 2 corruption at the end of each round. Okay. Yeah, 2 wounds, 2 corruption at the end of each round. So that'll probably start the next round. And we'll get the board set up. Okay, so I've reconfigured everything. And I've put my monsters on the board. I've refreshed all the cards. Gave my son player a new card. And of course we did the end of the round thing. Of course the Apocalypse track doesn't move anymore, but each hero takes 2 wounds and 2 corruption at the end of each round, and I've done that already. As you see, Ellie and Benoit are back being hurt again. So here we go. We have a conundrum, really. What we're gonna do? All right. Well, it's Rosario's turn. She's first, and there's no reason for me to play this card. I got this card hate. There's no reason for me to play it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move her. Now she's going to take, I mean, we can't keep her still in there. I forgot to give everybody their city action tokens. However, she will play her city action token. And that will give her an extra token. And we will orbital strike, and we're going to orbital strike this monster right here. Okay, and then she's going to take 1 wound, and we're going to move her out of the building. Okay. And then I think I will move her here. We got to get her over here. Or I can move her in there. I'll move her in here. And that'll be the end of her turn. It's Ellie's turn. And of course she's right here. She doesn't have anything she can do. Which I could move her in there. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to move her in here. I'm going to let her play her city action token. Now she's going to have to roll for corruption, of course. Alright, didn't happen. And that city action token is going to let her heal 2 wounds. So she's back down at a decent health. And she's going to want to fight this monster. However, I am going to play a reaction token. And I'm going to move this monster in here. And of course my once per round thing is going to come to in here. So she's got a tough slog ahead of her. And so all she can do is fight. Now of course these monsters get 3 for the abomination, 2 for each alkalite, and of course 1 for each pentagram. All she gets is 3 plus 1 for the neural net, and I can move her corruption up 1 to gain another die, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And so here we go. Okay, well she actually rode pretty good, man. She got 3 burst, so we can roll these ones over here. We can roll 3 more die. And she got another burst, so we get to roll another one. Alright, well that's 2 eyes. So we'll take them 2 eyes out, and we'll take these 2 out, because they didn't get nothing, and the Sins player didn't get any burst whatsoever. Okay, so she got 1 shield, so she can take out 1 of those. She has a shield there, so she can take out 1 of those. And now it's all about what she wants to spend these things on. Now, I could once per fight you're in, you may cancel results of all rolls. Both you and the Sins player must roll again. Well, I rolled pretty good actually, so I'm not going to cancel that. I could take out the 2 acolytes. It's going to leave me with 1 wound and several corruption though, so I can't do that. So I will do this. I will spend 4 and take out the abomination. The abomination's gone. Spend these 4. Then I have 2 of these. And also I have a shield which you can take out 1 hit, and I have an extra hit die. So it's really not gonna matter though much. I'll just take out these 2, and that just gives me 2 corruption that I have to take. And now it is Benoit's turn. And he's really screwed up. He's got all this stuff here. He's at max corruption. He more than likely is going to die. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to try to at least kill a monster before I go. So, I mean, he gets 3 die. Another die. Now we get 2. 2 for the pentagrams. 3 for the abomination. And I think this guy has 5. Yeah. 5 dice there. So he has a big pool of dice actually. So Benoit's more than likely going to die on this roll. But he does have the proxy token. So there he goes. And maybe he can take at least one monster out. And it looked like he rolled terribly. Actually, he did roll pretty bad. So he couldn't even take a monster out. Actually, he didn't even get a hit. He got a couple defense and -1 corruption. So -1 corruption, that's no good. 2 defense, 3 defense. Take that out. I mean, he's just dead. I mean, there's no other way around it. He died. So he's out. And these tokens are going to go here. Yeah, he's out of the game. And our last hero looks like it's coming up. And it's going to be Manuela. And she's the other shooter. And that's her. Once per round, you may use a city action without using your token. That's actually a pretty good little thing. Of course, she's going to start. Here's her figure, way down here. And she didn't. He didn't spend his city action, so he can use that. But you can't use one that's already been used. So there's that. I'll let her keep the same stuff, except I'll get rid of this. And I'll let her take the energy shield. And, I mean, that was just like a suicide run right there. And that's it. It's now Rosario's turn. And since she died, I cannot react. Yeah, since he died, I cannot react and move anybody right now. So that's a problem. So Rosario is here. And she has already used her city action token. I'm going to move her 2, 1, 2. And of course, we're going to fight. However, I am going to spend a reaction token. And I'm going to move Gain in here. Or Grin. I'm sorry, his name is Grin. And I'm going to move him in there. Okay, and now we're going to have another big fight. Of course, she has to roll for corruption. So let's see if that corrupts her. It does not. And she has 2 fight dice. That's not very much. Then 1 for the fail of the suit. And then, of course, 1 for the other hero being in there. And I'm going to have to spend corruption, mine as well. I think this thing is lost. I'm just going to spend another corruption. I'm going to spend as many as I can. I'm going all the way up to max. There are a couple rules that I feel that benefit the Sims player too much, and we're going to fixing to get into one of them that I tweaked. This is another one that I tweaked with the moving of the corruption, and there's another one. And it basically goes like this. If a hero dies and you can't replace that hero, the heroes lose. I changed that to just play every hero until all are either dead. So if I lose another hero and I can't draw another one, which I can't, we can still keep going. I just think thematically, man, that doesn't make sense. Hey, just keep going to the very last man, So that's what's going to happen with that. So we have 4 here. She has 2, 1 for that, 1 for that. And we're going to get extra 1. And because of our corruption, we're going to get a lot of bonus stuff. Alright, so we have, see, 2 for her, 1 for that, 1 for the hero, 1 for that. Alright, so we have 2 for the acolytes, another 2, 2 for the pentagrams, and of course 5 for game. And we're going to roll. Maybe we can kill this Gan guy. I'm just going to roll these, and then I'm going to roll these. Okay. So, I did get a couple bursts here. So, we'll re-roll. I got another burst. Put that back on. There we go. So, roll. Alright. And then, of course, we got a burst for her. Alright. So, this is what we got. We can take the eye out. It's not going to matter. We can take this blank one out. It's not going to matter. So, this is what I got. Okay, well, she has 1 defense. So, we can take 1 hit out. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. I can kill him. I can take him out of the equation. So he's gone. We can get rid of him, and he can be no longer bothering us. Now I do have a freebie on what I want to get. So that leaves me 2 left. I can take out 1 more. Okay, because I have 4. I had 3 and then 4. 3, yeah, 4 and then 3. Yeah, 7. I could spin this. I mean, I'm gonna die. There's no doubt about it. So I'm gonna spin this to take out 1 more of these musician guys, and that is that. Now Rosario just died. She's gone. So we're down to 1 last character. And I cannot react as a Sims player because she died. So it's Ellie's turn. Ellie's going to go. And we'll take her off the board. Now I am going to react at the start of her turn. And I'm going to move an abomination over here. So now Ellie's got the abomination and that other thing in there, the acolyte. And of course, she's going to roll. Now we have the abomination has 3, the acolyte has 2, and then +2 for the pentagrams. Of course, now Ellie's got 3 +1 and another +1. So that's where her roll comes in. Okay, well I did get 2 bursts as Ellie, so I get to roll 2 more die. And that wasn't that good on that part. Okay, so let's see what I can take out here. Well, I have 2 shields, so I can take out 2 hits. And then I have 1 shield there, so I can take out another hit. I have 3 hits. That's another 7. I could kill. If I take 2 in one of these, I can kill this one. Okay. Then I have 2 here. Another 2 here. I could take out 1 corruption. So that's going to kill me. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use these 2 to stop this corruption. And then I'm going to have to use this to stop a corruption. So then I only can take 1 wound because my corruption's at max. I maxed it out. And that's it. And now I'm going to react, spend my last react token, and this guy is going to fight her. It's 3, 4, 5, and she gets, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to react just quite yet. It's going to be Manuela's turn. And she's going to move. She's going to take a wound. And she's going to move 1, 2. And what she's going to do is she is going to use that city action without having to use the marker. And we'll just go ahead and heal. So she gets that wound back. Okay. And now I'm going to react. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this monster 1, 2 there. Okay. And that is going to be the end of the turn. Now, we raise the apocalypse track. We can't do that. So at the end of the round, every hero takes 2 wounds and 2 corruption. Of course, what that's going to do, though, is unfortunately that's going to kill Ellie. So Ellie went out. She's going to take 2 wounds. Again. 2 corruption. So we're going to move that there. And then I'm going to place okay, that's the end of the round. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another Sins card. Okay. And then I'm going to place the beginning of the round. So I'm going to place my tokens. And I'm going to stack the deck against her. Gotta run out of pentagrams? I must have run out of pentagram tokens, huh? Alright, well that's kind of crazy. Well, let's just say I move this one here. I'm going to move all these here. Okay. Now I'm going to play one action. And I'm going to start a hero turn. Hero chooses to take 2 wounds or you turn one of his upgrades face down until the round. As a hero, I'm going to say, do my upgrades. And I'm going to turn the shield over so she doesn't have the shield anymore. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a city action. Remember, I get that free one. And I'm going to heal the 2 wounds and I'll move my corruption back 1. So we did that. Then I'm going to move her and she's going to take a wound. 1, 2. Alright, she's going to take a wound. So we'll put a wound here. And now she has to roll all this stuff, and that's 3 die. Okay, and she took 1 corruption and 1 hit. Okay, 1 corruption and 1 hit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my other city action token, and I'm going to gain 2 upgrades. Of course, when we do that, I got to take a wound, or all other heroes take 1 corruption. Well, there's no other heroes, so we're going to have to do that. And I'm going to get 2 upgrades, and I'm going to take one of these self-sacrifices, and let's see what else is on the board here. I'm going to take Liquid Courage just in case I last another round. Now, I have to fight this guy. Excuse me. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight. And I'm going to put my corruption up 1 to get that free hit. And so it's going to be 3, 3, and then of course 3 for the pentagrams. Okay, well, I didn't roll good, but I did get a burst. Okay, so I got a hit. Two of these. So we're going to take these two out. Actually, I need to re-roll. I can't remember which dice were what. So, just three. Okay, three dice. All right, three for the alkali, the abomination, and three for the pentagrams. Okay, here we go. Okay, well that's terrible roll. And yeah, that's pretty bad roll. So what's going to happen here is I got one defense. So take that out. I have one of these, so I take that out. These two eyes aren't going to matter. 2 hits and 2 corruption. That would kill me. Unless I can find a way to nullify that. And there is no way for me to nullify that. So, I am dead. Yep. Dead as a doornail. Alright. Now, I just want it to be known that this game, this scenario right here, Haven's Last Stand, is supposed to be the easy scenario, the beginning scenario, the one you start out as. And I didn't even get this done, to be honest with you. And the Avatar of Envy didn't even get on the board, which Avatar of Envy looks awesome. I mean, it really does. I think this was a very, very difficult scenario for the heroes. As a Sims player, it's easy. I obviously think that the Sims player has an easier time of it. Now, granted, the heroes I picked were all random. So I didn't use any strategy to pick a team that was really good and complement each other. I didn't do that. So that would have possibly could have tipped things in the balance of a hero. Also, if you're playing with other players and you have more people for the heroes, it tends to be easier for the heroes because you can have more heroes on the board at one time, and the Sims players got to use more strategy to figure it out. So it was either that I was such a bad heroes player that I got my ass handed to me that way. Because there was no way I'd be able to do this. Then these corrupt musicians, man, they have a hard summon a dead musician to join a non-ranged fight. I mean, so, you know, you just summon one. So I guess you'd want to not kill these guys. You know, and leave them alive so you can't keep doing that. So, yeah. You know, I just think this game is very unbalanced towards the Sims player on this aspect. However, you know, it could be that I was playing pretty crappy as the heroes. This is the first time I played in a while, so maybe next time we can do better as a hero. I think Envy, this thing right here, whenever a hero gains an upgrade card, and on this one you're supposed to gain upgrade cards. So I also randomly picked which sin. So, you know, maybe Envy shouldn't have played this mission where you got to get upgrade cards. I think that could have made it really, really hard. Or did make it really, really hard. So, what else to say about this game? It was a cool Mini or Not game. And the art for it is so fantastic. Made by Eric Lang. And Eric Lang's a renowned board game creator. And he should be. the guy's got talent and he makes good board games. I don't know other way to put it. I think that, like this one in particular, just because of the theme of it. I love stuff that deals with the seven sins and the apocalypse, which there's the four horsemen of the apocalypse can come up in this. The Hellfire Club people. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, this is just crazy ridiculous. Some of these Hellfire guys, Hell Club guys. And then, of course, here's this guy, the Antichrist or whatever the hell he is. He can come into play on certain things. And, I mean, it's just... I mean, look at this. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, this game, this begs for you to paint. You know, I may not be the greatest painter, not by a long shot, but this game begs for you to paint the miniatures. I really enjoy the theme of this game. I think the game is a little bit overbalanced towards the Sins player. I think if you have multiple people playing heroes, that the game gets a little bit unbalanced towards the heroes, because it's a lot for the Sins player to keep up, and if he makes one mistake or something like that, yeah, you know, it can go that way. Other than that, a few balance issues aside on that, and a few little tweaks to the rules, I think this game is very underrated. It has a lot of expansions. It's not meant to be played solo, but you know, you can do it. I just did. And I enjoyed doing it. I would have liked to have a little bit more things in this game as far as, you know, just go here, fight, draw a card. But then they do have other scenarios. This was supposed to be a fighting scenario, and that's what the terror one is. The other ones are supposed to be more thematic in different ways. And we'll see them in future episodes of this game. But yes, like I said, I love the theme of this. It's very unique. I think Eric Lang is a good game board creator, board game creator, and you know, I can't say enough about this game. You know, if you ever get a chance to get it and you have a gaming group and you like playing the multi-people games, then yes, this game is very much worth spending your money on. If you're a solo gamer, unless you really like the Seven Sins theme and the miniatures and stuff, I wouldn't get it, because the base set only comes with 2 of the sins. You have to buy the other sins and expansion packs. I'm not dissing that. I think, you know, hey, yeah, why not? You know, they're not going to give you everything in one box. But, however, if you're a solo gamer, there are other games made for solo gaming that are, you know, more unique to this, unless you just love a challenge of tweaking rules and figuring out ways to play. Like Descent's supposed to be a one versus other player game, but Descent's easier to manage that way. This one is not as easy to manage, and, you know, there it is. But, you know, like I said, if you do have a gaming group and you do play quite a bit and you enjoy strategy games, this is a good game to get for people like that, if you like that. And like I said, I wouldn't recommend this game unless you are really just into the theme of it. I mean, the theme is fantastic. But like I said, we will see more later on. We'll eventually, hopefully, get to the apocalypse stuff, and we'll see some more miniatures. And of course, next time we'll use new heroes, we'll have a new sin, we'll have a different type of story, different map, different cards, everything. So until then, I hope you enjoyed it and have fun.